So for me, right? Okay, some of the stuff like I can agree. Like some of it I didn't even think about. Right, the 2v2, 3v3 game modes would probably be a positive if they kept them forever, like as actual queuable modes, because um, it does help with mechanics. It's almost the same as dueling in a way, right? If you just like have a constantly permanent 2v2 queue that's unranked, not being ranked because for some reason when you put metrics behind something like a ranked system, people get more demoralized when they lose because it's actually being measured, right? Like they can actually see how many losses they have versus wins. But if you do it like as an unranked game mode where, someone can do like 2v2s and just queue them without any pressure of like winning or losing, but actually, with the idea of, hey, I'm actually going to try to learn something. Like I want to learn how to play a class. I want to learn how to do this, right? With a friend. Then I feel like those players that will be doing that can actually gain more knowledge than doing like a 5v5. Um,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of getting better, right? Um, in terms of like the toxicity, my thought process was always like they should just turn off the chat for PvP. Like Final Fantasy has it, and I hate comparing games, whatever, but um, they actually remove the ability to type in chat for PvP game modes, so you can't say anything, whatever. You have like hotkeys, so you can say like hello, attack this, heal me, defend that, right? Um,
Yeah.
there's very like generic things you can say, but I feel like it's a lot better, right, than having somebody spam at you and just say like you're crap at the game, right?
Yeah.
Because people will be toxic no matter what, but it removes that, like it kind of softens it in my opinion. Where okay, someone will just spam hello at you, whatever. It's no big deal in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
Um, the gear and the cosmetics, dude. I've been promoting and wanting a llama skin mount for the longest time. That's what I've been wanting for like a raptor skin because PvP is very big on llamas for some reason. Like you'll get llama mini pets in PvP. They already have
Mm-hmm.
the model for it. They just need to scale that to an actual mount skin and give it to you for like maybe doing 100 PvP ranked matches, right? Um you don't even need to like win them. You just have to participate in like 100 ranked matches and you get like a unique llama skin, right? And they can do that. They can add silver llama skins, gold llama skins. Like they can do so much, right? A bronze llama skin, plat llama skin, right? Um, if it's something that people can actually get without having like a leaderboard where there's only one rank one, right? There's only one rank two. You probably won't have as many people cheating to try to get these because they basically can guarantee get them, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and maybe the ArenaNet team needs to partner with actual PvPers and say like, hey, if you work on this guide, we would love for you to work on a guide, and we'll promote the guide in the actual website and say, hey guys, follow this content creator for PvP information, right? Like follow Kiba. I know Sinrunner is like another PvP, and Valen, right? They're also like they do have a lot of PvP experience. But if like they were to come to them us and say like, hey, can you write a guide on like Warrior, right? And we'll review it. We just want you to talk about these points, how you can get
Mm-hmm.
better. We'll promote it on the actual website and forum. Okay, like yeah, I would actually do that because that's gonna generate more publicity for me, I guess, as a creator. You know.
I think also, I mean, the thing is, they've done stuff like that before, right? On some guides. Um, I think, yes, that kind of brings visibility, first of all, not only to the creator, right, of that game mode, but then also to the game mode. It kind of just gives it a little bit of a spotlight of the week or month or whenever. That I think would definitely, because it goes back to something like, right, build it and they will come. You need the awareness part for that, right? If something's in your face a lot more than a lot more, you're gonna remember it, right? So I think that comes with the issue, right? Okay, you get the balance changes for PvP, but yeah, there's no, oh, check out this guide about what things you could do about your keys in PvP, right? Like how to actually take and build your setup, right? Um, what are mistakes that people make? These kind of guides are honestly would go a long way. But you do need the promotion for them, right? Like it has to still come from them, right? Yeah, I mean, you could promote on Reddit or all you want, but um, it needs a little bit of like a backing. Like, hey, you know what? We have a seal of approval. This is a great guide from a content creator um, talking about some aspect of PvP. That certainly can. Going back to your community events has to be driven by the players. Yeah, I think the most issue that people find is the burnout. Um, from the bigger scale events, I mean, people, I don't think is going to do another PvP tournament at this point, but when he did them, they were very good, high production value, right? In PvP, and they go well. But again, that's catered to the esports hardcore players in PvP, right? The ones who are really, really competitive. They're the ones that were going to show up for those events. And there'll be, of course, qualifiers to get into them, but that aspect is appealing to show players this is what PvP on the top of Guild Wars 2 looks like. Um, then you have community events run more, or if you, for example, eventually make a climb of this amount of wins will actually get you this, and right, like how would you distribute these rewards, right? Would you do it in the battle track? Would you do it in the number of games? Would you do it in just how many amount of games that you played, right, regardless whether win or loss?
Well,
um
so I'll show you real quick. At the end of the season, you get end of season rewards, right?
mhm.
Um, so like the leaderboard titles are the end of season rewards, and top 25, you actually do get an additional reward, which is the PvP Champions Pass to get up here in the like this area, right? Those are cool to give those. I think if you give the rewards for that, you could put it in there for the end of the season, because a lot of the times people like end of the season, or even add like currency that's season specific, right? I know they have Ascended Shards of Glory, and that'd be cool. But I know like other games will give you like PvP tickets for the season that you play, and depending on where you place, like you get a certain amount of tickets. Kind of like the Ascended Shards of Glory. I know we have PvP tickets as well, but the idea is that you can use that to buy specific cosmetic skins, like armor skins, right? Right now, you can buy armor. I feel like the game is too invested in like actually buying, uh, armor pieces that like have like value of like ascended armor, right? So you could buy ascended armor, but like if I could just do cosmetics that don't have stats, I think that in itself would be nice. More than just like the
Mhm.
obsidian stuff that they did, right? Give me just like generic ass like t-shirts. Like they could even reskin some of the stuff. They could reskin this shirt that I'm wearing over and over again per every season, and I would collect them all, right? Um, why aren't I playing support warrior? I am, kind of. I just have to update it. It's this build here or something. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I think with this, I think even
precasted
outfits. I think
banner.
outfits could be a good mix. I mean, you could. The easiest example you could use is literally other competitive games, right? It works, right? Why do games release it? Um, Go to Fortnite, go to Overwatch. People will find a way to get that skin if they like it, right? Now, of course, Fortnite, a lot of them go through through the store, but there are specific skins you can get in Fortnite or similarly Overwatch. Most games, there are skins you get just purely by playing the game, not through the store directly, right? You actually have to do something in the game, have an achievement or um, get something done, whatever it is. I think I agree with the skins, maybe, right? Armor pieces, not so much. And I'll say this because it is much more difficult for I think Anet to design armor pieces now because of the fact that it's clearly they have to design it for 5 classes, whereas an outfit is just the kind of standard thing. They don't need to worry about clipping issues, um, especially if someone combines or mix and matches with their armor sets. So yeah, definitely more outfits in that case, and that's probably more realistically what they'd end up doing is outfits, and the pieces would be very very minimal, if not maybe not. Um, Weapons as well, weapon skins, like a set of weapon skins that are tied to some PvP achievements you got to do. So
Yeah, I think skins, not armor pieces, just skins. I'm sure there's like a recycle like amount of skins that they have that they'll be able to adjust there. Um, personally, I just feel like okay, it's probably better to do that overall. just adding different skins to the PvP reward track, or not even the reward track, but like the ranked the ranked tracks themselves. So because there's going to be something that somebody wants. I think one of the cool things that they started doing, and I want them to update, is that whole title